Hey guys, and welcome back to Survival Records. I'm your host Ryden, and I want to say thanks to everybody who's been watching my videos lately. I've been getting more and more views, and I really appreciate you spending time with me. Um, I know I've always maintained that I'm doing this just as a hobby, and I'm not trying to make a career out of it. But hey, if that's what's gonna end up happening anyway, then maybe I ought to thank you all right off the get-go. So, thank you, sincerely. Anyway, last episode we built the little mining ship. Took the parts from the last one. Come on, there. Took the parts from the one up on the mountaintop up there and cut them apart and rearranged them and reconnected them, and right now he's just charging up, getting that big battery on the top completely full. But yeah, just word to the wise: if you are doing something like this, make sure that you have enough room between where your merged grid is and where the large grid is, or you could invoke the wrath of Clang. And here, let me show you what happened. Ah, yes, here we go. So just loaded this save, and that's kind of funny looking. All those wheels look like they're spinning. It's kind of jiggling. And I walked over here to check out what it was. Well, it didn't happen exactly like this last time. This is an old save. I'll reload afterward. But yeah, I walked over here to try and figure out what's going on. Ah, there, that happened. And then that happens because
your health is
well,
low.
I respawned at that one and it was jiggling. And then here, let's go in here, and where's that rotor? Here we go. Let's just detach the rotor, see what happens. Oh, there it goes. You know, oddly enough, that's exactly what happened last time as well. It landed on the drill piece, made a little dent, and then I was able to like cut and paste and fix things back to where they were. So I'm going to go ahead and load up that new save, the save that I saved after the old save, this one here. And yeah, it I should have started. I was just getting the thing charged up between episodes, not thinking it was going to be a big deal. But yeah, watch out for Clang. And we're back. And this little divot, the only evidence of ever having been gone before. I should clarify, I generally consider Clang to be a glitch in the game, a bug. It's an unintended effect. It's not something that the game designers, developers wanted to have happen. So if something happens, if I lose a ship or whatnot because of Clang, then I will use admin tools to recover, or just save, reload a save, etc. But that also includes, I'm never going to build something that's a Clang drive or anything like that, because, yeah, it's not intended. It's not supposed to be part of the game. Now, there's this, and I'm at 100% charge in the battery. Nice. But let's take a look over here. Since the last episode, since the ending of the last episode, I did take her out and do some mining, and you'll see I've got 7.83 thousand iron, which is just a good amount. I've got some improvements I want to make to the ship. When the reactors are both running, the ship flies pretty well. Not perfectly. But I'd also grabbed this guy, another one of the medium-sized containers, and it was already unlocked to me. I didn't have to hack it. But it now has this inside. A medium block conveyor sorter. I think I already have one of those, though. That's this conveyor sorter. That's why they call it medium block, because it's not small. It's yeah. Dang it! I'm starting to get duplicates now. Well, oh well. An option I have to consider is this battery here. Having it loaded onto this ship, possibly by rearranging where those thrusters are and putting it right there in the back, would make this guy much more functional. But it would also mean I no longer have my cryopod being a source to sleep at. And everything else in here that I'm relying on, which I guess I'm not exactly relying on this for oxygen anymore, nor am I relying on that survival kit. But I don't know, the cryo chamber, does it? You can't turn it on and off, but if it's not powered, I don't think you can sleep in them. So I don't know. I might see what I can do otherwise first. Speaking of sleeping, I guess maybe I can sleep through the night. Oh, yeah, see, creative mode tools, I had to fix that thing. Glad I checked. I don't have anything welding. I don't have any welders automatically welding anything, so being in and out of creative mode isn't terribly bad. It doesn't, like, break the game. It's only when you have things being welded up that are problematic. Anyway, that was extra. That's fully charged, and I'm gonna take this guy out. Everything looks good there. Yeah. Because I have quite a number of things to investigate. I have... Here, let's turn them all on. Lawrence's Folly. I think that's the one that's, yeah, right over there. I saw that when I was grabbing the unknown signal. Which, I guess I can go check that one out, too. And, oh, there was some things you all were going to suggest with putting guys on override and instead of putting max power to the thrusters, turning them on and off using the overrides and turning off other things. So what do we got here? It's blue. Not much. Let's just check. I can just take the things out of it and hit the button. Hit the button. Oh, there's the button. Come on, flip over. I don't care much about the buttons, but, you know, it's here. There. A cow drill. Huzzah. I'm just gonna let that one despawn. Or Wait, no, it won't despawn now, will it? I guess I'm close enough to base, I can just grab it and then bring it back. So, as I was saying before I got so rudely distracted, I've got these to check out. Rec detector ping 1 is now gone, so let's turn it off. And there's something behind the home base over that way. 12 kilometers out. That's SEC 107. That was the oldest one, and apparently the farthest away. So let's go that direction and check out what we got over there. After dropping this off, of course. Literally. Alright, I'll see you when I get close. Alright, just closing on SV1. That's another thing that spawned in. That's what you get as you start moving around the map more often. You spawn more things in. As I was saying, I'm just outside of 1 kilometer, so let's go ahead and see what this is. Okay, so it is also a abandoned settlement area. I'm seeing a small grid rover thing. I've got some containers on the ground. I've got a little complex right there. A incomplete turret, and then a yeah, that's a wind turbine, and I think there's a second turret on top of that, but it's also incomplete. I'll see if anything starts shooting at me as I get closer. Alright, looks good. Oh, we've got an unknown, or a faint signal, that is. Alright, let's land and look around, and I'll give you an assessment when I've surveyed it all. Okay, we've got a few interesting things here. First is this rover. It is not mine yet, and as you can see with the hostile takeover mod, I can in fact identify where things are that need to be ground out. There. Now, I might be able to just access the inventory. Yeah. So, we've got a small rotor and a large block small atmospheric thruster sci-fi. Oh, I hope it's the rotor is the one that I get and isn't the dud. Arg. Wasn't even that one was a dud, is that one was a duplicate as well. Yeah. I think that one was the dud. Arg. Well, not to be too worried. I've got something else in here. There was this. Aha. Large block, large industrial container. Nope, that's not it. I don't know if you guys are at all interested in seeing me go through the hassle of finding things that I don't get to keep. There we go. Medium block conveyor sorter. Seriously? That's another one? I'm thinking maybe I need to go look at my settings again to see if I'm getting too many duplicates. But yeah, that was that one as well. Well, all around, pretty disappointing. But there is one thing over here that I am enthusiastic about. And that is this cylindrical Igneous is a large grid ore detector. Now it's a static grid, right? So if I want it, I have to dig out around it and drop it off of the rest of the static grid. So that looks like all the voxels are out of it now. Get rid of the steel catwalk. That steel catwalk. And it's not dropping. Oxygen farm, I don't need that. Alright, so here's my problem now, is I need to be able to put a control panel, a button panel on that in order to access its inventory, in order to create a, turn it into a ship. So I can't do that with what I've currently got. The other thing that I was going to grab while I'm here was this all. Now, this one...
Inventory full.
Aha. Has dropped off. So, what did I get? A bunch of stuff. Let's see if I can bring this wind turbine back to base and then come back with what I need to put a button panel on that ore detector to drop it off. Now, will this attach? Okay, that's not what's supposed to happen. That's what's supposed to happen. And I can still fly with it. So, home base is one of these over here. Yeah. I'll bring this back home, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, the override seems to have worked okay, but also, like, if I turn off the forward thruster, then I can gain speed going this direction, I'll gain altitude this way, and I just start speeding up. And then once I'm at a good enough altitude, I can continue moving. Like if I want to get over the top of that mountain, I just want to go up a little bit further. And then I can use the white line and my cursor to determine where exactly I'm going to be aiming for. So, like, I should now be good to just coast on my downward thrust all the way back. See you there. Alright, I figure before I head back and get the ore detector, I may as well get that turbine onto my tower here. So I'm going to do... I did the trick where I can place blocks for my cockpit. I put down those 3 blocks just as scaffolding. And then I'm going to do this trick here, where you get in while you're standing, go back to where you were, and that, and hopefully I don't die. Aha, good. Now, I wanted to put a solid block in there. Do I don't have the conveyor block that has the 4-way pipe, because that would look coolest. Using the columns everywhere else. Do what you got. There, you use what you have, right? Use what you got. I'll use the regular block. And then I need to put one of these up here, but that needs the construction components, the steel plate, and the computer, and I can go down again and get that stuff. Alright. And... oh, drifty. There's that. And this is pretty slick, if you ask me. And now I just gotta weld it all the way up. And there we go. Nice. Now to get a button panel stuff ready. So I was looking, and I feel like the best option I have, because I haven't unlocked, of all things, I haven't unlocked the blueprint for the button panel, right? A chair. A chair is possibly the best choice for... Can I attach to the top of that? I don't think I can. For doing this. Let's do that. And this. And we're a ship now. Alright. Only question being, can I pick up the ore detector? I can, and I'm flying with it. So let's get back to the base before... oh, that's whippy. Let's get back to base before I run out of battery. I'm gonna go around instead of having to worry about it that way. Yeah. Instead of worry about going over the mountain, I'm going to go around the mountain. Oh, and look, there's a SVY F-37 down in there now. Well, let's get this ore detector back first. Alright, I have brought this back, safe and sound. Not sure, you know, what I'm going to be able to do with it yet. Obviously, a large grid ore detector needs a large grid flying machine. I could use that. The hinge there to do it. So I connect the hinge to that, and then I connect a small grid to it. Or I think I actually have wrong button and hit down, not just off. I don't have large grid batteries yet, not that I recall, no. My only large grid power production is the reactor, but I do have large grid thrusters, atmospheric thrusters. I could make a very basic scouting ship. Or no, I couldn't even, because I don't have any cockpit blocks. I really need to unlock more things. I'm going to go to more of these guys. See which ones have defenses I can avoid, which ones don't. That one over there, that was near the mountaintop, that looked like it didn't have any defenses. Let's go there. I pause because I know that I can't use the gun like this. And yet, I might want to be able to use the gun. Is that... See, the hitbox is slightly larger than the thing. I'm going to do some rearranging of this, and then I'm going to go get the gun. I'm going to, yeah, I think I'll drop it down maybe so that it's more like underneath the gun. Yeah. Yeah, and then I can use the gun still. All right. I'll do that. Bring it back. Ah, perfect. Well, I mean, not quite perfect. Bit ugly, but it'll work. Let's go check the Mountain 119 out. Yeah. Oh, and then there's a Parker claim and a Mountain D35. And the wreck over here as well. Oh, I meant to check out this wreck first. So many things. Let's check out the wreck. It's the closest. Alright, after having gone back to get some oxygen, and now I'm back here. I've got a faint signal and no gun activity. Let's see what we got. I want to park as far away from that lava as I can, as I need to. Although I suppose it's pretty obvious fact that I'm not getting lava right there. Ooh, and there's hinge parts as well. That's good. This is definitely a different looking thing. Faint signal in it somewhere. are some variety. There's a door. Now there's another wind turbine. Making my way up in the world with power. Let's check it out from back here. Nothing's taking damage. So, nice. Okay, access denied. Buttons. Access denied. Can't get into any of that. So we got 2 hinges and a connector. Let's get through the door. Ooh, a survival kit. And a cargo container. An event. Another door.
Inventory full.
My inventory is full. There's another cargo container, battery. This thing is pretty. Oh, look at that. That's not a battery. That's a H2O2 generator. Conveyor. Bed. Toilet. Alright. There's nothing in any of these. Hey, and that's an AI module.
Inventory full.
Let's get rid of that. Now, I'm a little surprised my the hacking thing, what's it called? Hostile takeover mod is not telling me where I need to hack to get this to work now. Ooh. Ooh. I was just complaining about a cryo chamber, not... Alright. I've got a number of things up here to worry about. That's a large programmable block. Do I have that unlocked already? Next to an air vent and a chair. And then there's another door up that way. I do have large programmable block, sensors, and custom turret controllers unlocked. But man, there is so much more. Must be the center of the grid. There's a lot more to this than I expected at first. It's going to take a while to get through all of it and determine what all of it I want to keep and what I need. Start somewhere, I guess. I think I'm gonna head over to there and see what I can find. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, gonna check this out, and then because I didn't bring a bunch of what's it called? did not bring a lot of computers with me. Or any, really. I am burning through some of that. I'm down to 70% on the battery. So let's just double check what this one looks like in terms of how much it's got. There are some faint signals. It's a small grid rover. Not seeing any shots being fired in my direction. A derelict has been identified. "5 kilometers that way." Is that showing up on my GPS? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Alright. My one worry was that there'd be something in the building there, like a turret inside. I'm not seeing it. Okay. Let's go 5 kilometers this way. So there's the unknown signal, plus 4 kilometers on the unknown signal. See if we can figure out what that was. Oh, I really ought to have scanning or scouting abilities, checking out what those boulders are. Because this is all new terrain for me. We're at 4 kilometers. I'm afraid I don't know what to make of that signal that we just saw. Just check around the back of this hill. But I'm not seeing anything. Yeah. Whatever it was, it might have melted into lava. Yep. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at the footage again and see if I missed it. But Alright, let's grab those blueprints. 3 things here that are particularly interesting. First being whatever this is. Conveyor tube duct. Large grid conveyor tube. Which one is that going to be? What the heck? Conveyor tube duct. Ah, this reinforced conveyor tube. And it's just a straight conveyor tube, but reinforced. Okay. Next interesting bit is over here, where we've got a similar shaped buggy to the last one, like these ones that are sunk into the ground. And the interesting thing is I can hack it there and there again to claim it. But that's not what was actually appealing to me. What do we got here? Ooh, 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 I think I know what that is. A rotor, a small grid rotor. Awesome. Alright. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this opens up a lot of options for me. Great. Oh, good. Okay. That's a good one. But the thing that I was noticing about this one is it has the connector on the back, which is nice to look at. But last but not least, definitely not least, is this here, which is a hydrogen engine. It's just a small grid. I didn't realize that this was small grid when I first saw it. I thought it was, I mean, it kind of looks like a large grid engine, right? No, and it's got multiple tanks as well. So I'm going to see if I can dig this out enough that I feel confident using convert to ship on it. And then I'm going to bring it back home. The rest, there wasn't. I mean, there was some other things, but not a lot of other things. This is stuff. Yeah. Actually, the one thing I didn't check here was what... Does it have any power production? I don't think so, but it does have an air vent. Small grid air vent. Useful. Alright. Let me dig that out first. Alright. Here goes nothing. Small grid are a lot more dense than large grids, so I'm actually afraid this is going to be heavier than the blocks that are bigger than it. But my ship was able to overcome. Let's... Yes. Alright. Oh. No, no, no. None of that. Let's head back home and see what we can do about getting this used as best I can. So I've made it back home, and this development provides me an opportunity to talk about one of the mods that I have on here, which is No More Free Energy. It is a collection of tweaks to hydrogen and hydrogen engines specifically that makes it so that you cannot have a hydrogen engine plugged into an H2O2 generator and a bunch of ice and get free energy out of it. You know, it's thermodynamics at its best. But what that also means is that they've changed it so that actually running a hydrogen engine off of hydrogen is highly efficient. More efficient, more useful than it was previously. And so what I'm thinking is, this is 3 hydrogen tanks connected to a engine, connected to another tank, and that whole module there is connected by a 3-way or 4-way, 6-way cube of conveyor there. So that's 4 blocks there. And if I look here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks before this And the top of that will be an interface where I can put that. So I'm going to slot this on top of my mining ship, and that will be a significant increase to how much energy I can produce. Or maybe I can... Yeah, it's going to take rearranging some things here. I kind of intentionally left these back here easily detachable because I kind of expected to need to rearrange where they'd be, where they'd go. And I think that I'm going to take advantage of that right now. Yeah, let me get to it. So, I have to kill a remote control block in here, but I just wanted to show you that the max output is 500 kilowatts on this engine, which isn't... Actually, that's not... maybe that's not what I expected it to be. Anyway, let's turn it off for now, so it isn't using up what hydrogen does exist in these. It's just a matter of finding where that block is. Let's get a paint job too. Looks like it was originally a nice gray color there.
Fuel
So
critical.
that's Shift P. Yeah. And then Shift click. Everything is that color. Although I think those stripes on the side were a green color. Let's get out of the rusty paint and go back to dusty paint. No, but just battered armor. There. Yeah, and it had green stripes on the sides, so nice green from there. Nah, this green. That would be these guys here. Alright. Well, my guys are just charging up. I figured I'd take advantage of being here. And there we go. Didn't take long at all. So, take them off of charge, and I want to quickly press Z after I press 6. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright. And I'm still working on it. And there's that remote control. Although that's actually a remote control, not a AI control block. Am I getting that correct? Yeah, it's just a remote control. So I might want to keep that around just in case. It's kind of in the way where it is right now. So we'll drop these off. But let's yeah. Now, let's land this guy again and stop taking up so much power. Oh, I kept meaning to tell you. Obviously, I have a landing gear attached to this guy.
Fuel critical.
But it's the same landing gear that I had originally had on my rover here, taking it off the front. While I was waiting for that to charge up, I went and did some welding on that, putting another little stair block to get up and down, and it was annoying. But got all that done. Anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Having a remote control and an antenna on something is definitely appealing if you ever, like, jump out of it by mistake. So that's something to consider. Anyway, let me move thrusters around and attach this module to this. I guess I could probably compact it some. And that is something I don't know if there are any...
Fuel critical.
yeah, there's only that one. And everything's off because there's no power. Thinking and planning, and I'll bring you back for the parts that are interesting. Had to be done.
Fuel critical.
Alright, so as you can see, I've got plans being implemented here, and, well, they are coming along well. Problem being, I'm going to run out of iron, and let's see, I need another 2,000 iron, and I've only got 830 something. So let's give this guy a bit of a drive. Let's turn batteries back onto auto. Let's get ready to drop, and there we go. So, as you saw just there, my batteries redlined when I went off. So let's turn on the reactors and turn on that and turn off that. Still redlining. I gotta get another battery on this thing. But for the time being, this should be enough to go and get some more iron. So, yeah, let's go do that. Boulder's not that far. Yeah. All right. And here we are. So the ejection system is pretty good, but it's not very efficient. You see that I have the bar at the very front there, the one that turned red. That's what's that represents the material inside of my drills. And then the bar below it, in the 3 containers, represents any of the iron that I might be collecting. Yeah, so now that I'm... I definitely have to worry about this ship being able to stay in the air. Oh, hello there. Huh. Alright, well, let's get this iron back. I haven't collected much, but 8,000 ought to do well. Alright. I gotta turn off my reverse thrust so I can get this to work right. Let's go with thrusters. Backward thrusters. No, not. Oh. There, back thrust. And groups. Blocks on and off. So there. And now we can just coast back nice and easy. You know, one thing I really should do before I keep doing anything else is get that connector over here and connect it. And so I'm going to put 2 more cargo containers here and there, and then I can plug in the ship and offload that mined material really quickly. This one is heavier than the ones I'm used to. Or the other ones I've got. It's very whippy. And for whatever reason, it was a static grid. I had to hack it, get it to slow down. Come on. I had to hack it. I had to convert it to a grid. Ooh, yeah, see, that's what I mean. Being very, very whippy. Nearly flipped the thing when I converted it to a grid. We've got this one here and another one there. Alright, let me make sure I have the parts. Okay. There's that. And this is a momentous occasion. I don't know how momentous it is. It certainly makes me feel like I've got a proper... There we go. Proper base, more correctly built. Which, now that I have all of it, oh, I think I might have just put it in the wrong spot. I was saying, now that I think I've got all of this ready to go, I feel ready to do more. So, on to auto, turned on. Let's drop and zoom in. We've got our connector, switch lock. My plans now for the next episode are going to be build that into a proper base, something I can live in or live out of. I've got batteries now. I've got the minimums. Oop, okay, that sucked. Dang. There we go. And alright, I can turn off the charge, turn off. I could probably get a something to get that to work faster. Alright, where was I saying? I'm going to end the episode because we are running out of time for today. I don't feel like I've made a whole lot of progress, but man, I went and collected a bunch of cool new pieces. I'm, as you might be able to guess, I'm getting ready to go do some ore scouting. And yeah, now it's just a matter of building out this into a proper base so that I can take this battery out of the landing pod and make this a much more viable ship. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Survival Records, and thanks for watching. Till next time.